Ikuzo.
And will James Webb have its role in understanding black holes better?
Absolutely. We study them wherever we can find them. And the easiest ones to find are the ones that are at the centers of galaxies. We call them quasars because what we see is a very bright object in the center of a galaxy. It is much too bright to be an ordinary star. And now we know that what is actually in there is something with a mass of millions or billions of times the mass of the sun. And we know that because we see things orbiting around the black hole in the center, and we can measure the gravity that it has. So this is what we do. We study things that are near the black hole to see how does it act on the objects nearby. So we think the primary action is gravitational. But there are other things that the black hole has that are of great interest for understanding the black holes themselves. So they spin. They could potentially have a charge, electric charge. And from calculation, that's what we think they have, just only those few things. But a great open question, which has been worked on by Stephen Hawking and many others, is what about the information? When something falls into a black hole, do we lose all the information about that object, or is it still stored somewhere in the universe? So this very much relates to the question of, are black holes stable forever, which Stephen Hawking worked on, or can they evaporate? So he said they could evaporate, and that the information would eventually come back out again in some way. So this is a wonderful puzzle. So the big question is, where do they come from? So we already know, we have good evidence that a large star can collapse directly into a black hole when it's old. There is at least one recorded example of a bright star that just disappeared. So what could it be? So usually when a star gets old, it explodes.
In supernova.
A supernova. And so we think sometimes that will leave a neutron star at the center. Sometimes it will leave a black hole at the center, and sometimes it may leave nothing. So that's our big question of what happens when a star gets old. Then that's the one thing we know about how black holes could be made. Is there any other way? Could there be any of them left over from the Big Bang? Who knows? So this relates to which came first, the galaxy or the black hole at the center of the galaxy. That is
chicken and the egg.
So we don't know, but we have a chance to find out.
We stay genuine, uncensored, and unscripted, and we always will, as we have to order our usual. Share us and subscribe us, and stay tuned until the next Wednesday. Ikuzo!